Comedy Kings are back!
We're back from the hiatus.
Yeah,
Been a long
'cause
time.
We have lives.
That's not true.
Well, I like to think I have a life.
Well, my reason, right, my deductive reasoning, Your Honor, is that I finished uni, and so did my siblings also finished school. So we're all on holidays. They're all in the house. I don't want to record this while they're in the house because I don't want to hear my family listen to me yell like piss shit come speedrun or whatever. And then after a few weeks where they went back to school, COVID caused them to stay in again. So that wasn't fun at all. And then, it stopped. And then I was like, all right, I'll get back into it. And then boom, I went back to uni. I got a bit swamped for a bit, and I was like, maybe I could have the pot, another lockdown. So I had to stick with that for a while, but they're gone. I'm used to my school lifestyle. I'm ready to give this another shot.
Yeah, I had to move across the state.
I guess that's a fine excuse.
Yeah.
Good enough, I guess.
It's good enough.
But how's your week been?
I've been contemplating my humanity.
Uh-huh.
While sitting in my room during lockdown, I've been staring at the wall because I felt a bit unwell.
Family Guy theme song MIDI playing in your head as you contemplate your
I was
human
watching
existence.
Family Guy Funny Moments as
Family
I
Guy
was
Funny Moments.
feeling unwell and I didn't want to go outside.
This will make me feel better. This will give me some chuckles.
You give me some chuckles. It was only like a small cough, but I'm like, I'm not gonna risk it for that biscuit.
Okay. And are you confident that wasn't COVID?
I'm confident
Okay.
because I can breathe.
I mean, I guess a lot of people are experiencing minor symptoms now, rather than major ones. So
Yeah. So I didn't risk it for the biscuit because I don't want to be an
Smart.
asshole.
good.
And yeah, that's about it. I've been in my room for many days now. I think I'm getting cabin fever.
Oh yeah. I as a hella introvert, even I was getting to the point where I was like, I don't really want to fucking do something. I want to leave. I really want to go out.
Two introverted people now experiencing cabin fever because they're like, this is what it truly means to be alone.
Yeah, because introverts we've had all this time to get used to being by ourselves in a room. It's like, cool, yeah, sick. But even now, it's too far for us. We're like,
It's gone too far. I can't take it anymore.
what happened was that I finally started making a lot more friends at my university. So I was like, oh, we can go out and do stuff physically instead of having to play with all my online friends, which is cool and dandy. But then right as that happened, that's when COVID struck. So I'm like, right as soon as I get physical interaction, it's taken away. And so that's why it made me I want to fucking go outside and eat cheeseburgers or whatever. But
Cheeseburgers.
we're okay for now. It's just mask mandatory at the moment, which is good.
Cheers. Sick.
But we're alive, thankfully, and hopefully Queensland does its best to minimize as much COVID as possible.
Yeah. New South Wales, we're praying for you.
Yep, praying
and,
for you.
And that horse, if you know what that means.
No, I really don't.
The horse got punched during an anti-lockdown protest.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh no.
That's so sad. Why did the horse get
we'd like
punched?
to dedicate this episode to the horse.
To that horse that got punched?
The horse that got punched.
You took a mean hook, and
Took
you
a
deserve
mean
better.
hook.
You deserve better.
You deserve better, horse. So
Pour
we're
one
like
out
a
for-
25-minute
for-
silence for the rest of the episode for the horse.
Pour one out for our horse boy. I'm pouring my drink
We'll
into
name
my
him
mouth, but
Richard.
I'm pouring it out for my Richard. I'm
Richard?
reading this. Horse that got punched for horse that got punched. That got punched. Okay, it's the first thing that came up when I typed horse that. An alleged Sydney anti-lockdown protester had been released from custody 3 weeks after being accused of striking police horse Tobruk.
All right, Tobruk, aka Richard.
Oh my god! It was. Oh, I'm looking at the photo. I hate this. It was like a punch to the face. It wasn't even like a body hit.
Oh yeah, it was a Tob.
It was a mean like.
It was a mean hit.
It was a hood.
It went on the news and shit.
What the fuck? I'm upset now. Yeah, this is rage. Out. This is why.
Lachlan's
Now-
ruined the podcast already.
No,
He's
Lachlan
done
ruined
it.
It's
He
fueled
talked
my-
about the horse.
It fueled my fucking fire. Now I'm raging. I'm
Got
roid
the
raging.
rage.
But anyways, you wanna know some mystery, interesting things about me?
Yes,
Since the hiatus,
please tell me.
I've met a lot of new people, a lot of different things. So, cool. It's good to get more, meet more people, you learn more things. And the thing I've learnt through discussion with friends who have like neurodivergent things, plus my own research, I am fairly confident. Like I would be very fucking surprised if I get only one of this in return, and I straight up don't believe I'll get none of this in return. Either I probably have autism, ADHD, or both.
That's it.
And I'm I'm fairly confident I'm gonna get both from what I've learnt about it. I can see how maybe it's only one, but like the one influences like symptoms that like reflect the other in a way. Which is I still think is a bit unlikely compared to having both. But I straight up don't believe I don't have none of those. Like I definitely have one of those, but I feel like it's ADHD more than autism. But ADHD is known to be like come with other things like autism or something like that. And
That
so
is
yeah,
big news on the podcast. Repeat, we are coming to you live 4 hours ago.
I plan on going to see like a counselor at my university so I can talk about like getting with the GP, getting a diagnosis and stuff like that. And so I can get it officialized, lock it in, get the medication if I need it, which I probably do. Knowing how like from what I've heard about what it's like being ADHD and then what medication can do for you. Once again, can, not for everyone, but for people, can do a lot of things that I struggle with and it can help with that. And I was like, okay, I'm definitely willing to give that a try.
It's a good thing you're not going into the self-diagnosed area of.
Like, I understand there's a line I think you got to draw with the whole like self-diagnosis. I think it's totally fine to say that you strongly believe you have something, but I think you should always be aware that you do not have the official diagnosis, and you should always say that.
You should. I always say, I think I might have it. There's this. I
Yeah,
believe I strongly have it, but
I have
I
done
don't have it
research,
official.
and I have confidence that I have this through like backgrounds, like through scientific claims. Like I can claim, like these are really popular symptoms, and I experienced several of these, so it is highly likely I had that. But I'm not saying I do have it.
Yeah. So kids,
Just be careful.
do your
That's all.
research.
Yeah, that's all. Like I think it's like maybe gets a little bit harsher of a. People are a little harsh about it. Like they're like, oh, they're just all making it up or whatever. Like, no, I don't think so. Because like ADHD, a lot of things ADHD people have, it's very common with everyone. So it's totally normal to like have a moment when you're like, do I have ADHD? Just make sure you do some research and just like, just make sure you do what you can to make sure you're as close to being correct as you think you can. That's all. That's all. And if you're wrong, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. If you get that diagnosis and it comes back, don't have it, that's totally fine.
Yeah. Sometimes, life might surprise you. Because when I was younger, before I remembered, I was diagnosed with Asperger's.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was growing up, everyone kept telling me, Lachlan, you have Asperger's. I'm like, what's Asperger's?
What's Asperger's?
What's Asperger's? I still don't even know it to this day. But I have a note saying from a doctor when I was like 4 years old, saying that I have Asperger's.
Yeah, well, I've never known I was anything different from a lot. Like, I didn't know I was different from a lot of kids for a long time. It wasn't until like the end of high school where someone in my family finally said, like, Jai, do you think that maybe you're on the spectrum in some way? And I was like, no, I didn't never thought of that, and I explained like all my experiences, and they're like, I think your brain just might be hardwired differently to other people, and I was like, oh shit, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And when and then I went to see a psychologist, and I had like been diagnosed at the time with moderately high GAD, general anxiety disorder, and moderate depression. I think it was moderate or mild depression. I don't feel like I have depression anymore. I think I've gotten out of that, but the anxiety's still there. In a different way. Like, it influences me differently now than then. But, like, that's what I thought was, like, the hardwiring difference was that. And then recently I found that with autism and ADHD, those mental illnesses can be, like, an effect from untreated, like, ADHD or autism, or, you know, stuff like that. And I was like, oh, shit. It's like finding out, like, you had a puzzle piece, and you're like, that solves it. And then you find out that puzzle piece is only, like, a quarter of the bigger puzzle piece that's made to fix the next puzzle. I'm like, wow, at least that's how I feel about it. But so that's been how life surprised me. I'm learning a lot more about myself, you know, as I get older.
Yeah, we learn about a lot of things about ourselves. That's all I have to say on the subway.
Subway, yeah, Subway. Yeah, so
I
that's
went on the subway.
not the funny hoo-ha topic, but definitely interesting, I feel.
Yeah, it is an interesting topic to talk about.
Yeah, and I'll keep this updated as to like how it goes with like my future diagnosis. I want to keep it. This is the big thing. I want to keep it secret from my like a lot of my family, because I don't want to make it a deal about it until I get the results, because I know for a fact I'll get told the like, you know, I'll get dismissed because I don't have like hard evidence in front of me. Like undisputed evidence, that's what I mean. Like if I can't like if there's a way that they could deny it without like, obviously if I have the diagnosis and I show it, there's no way to deny that. So
Well,
that's why
was it from a real doctor?
and that's what I want to save it for. I want to save it for that, so that when I get that, I can be like, all right, listen up, I got some educating to do. So
Crack knuckles.
because a lot of the things that I thought was just like, you know, things I did, and I just thought I was maybe a bit dumb out of it. I was like, nah, it's still a lot of ADHD stuff, like forgetting things you were just told, like completely fading out of a conversation when someone's standing right in front of you and you were listening the whole time. Like, shit I do all the time. And I know I think what boosts my confidence into thinking I have it is I've also done it when I was younger. And that's like the big thing, is like you need to display a certain amount of these symptoms before the age of so-and-so, right?
Boy.
And I remember a lot of these being like present when I was younger too, either through my memories or what other people would say about me. Like how I was always a daydreamer when I was in like the like first grade. Always a daydreamer. I would always be, you know, thinking of anything else other than what's directly in front of me. When I was younger, I'd be totally fine to just like honestly, I'd be fine to just sit there and watch people when I was younger and like not enjoy playing with the kids at like the lunch or whatever. I would just sit there and watch and just think of whatever comes to mind and be like, wow, this is interesting.
Fuck those kids.
Fuck them kids. But yeah. So anyways, I'll get off the ADHD topic, but that was just something I thought was pretty interesting that I found out about myself recently.
Also, I really like to apologize for the joke that did not land when I said what. That must have been really weird for people listening to, and probably pretty cringe. See, you said fade out of conversations, and he said, yeah, and I said, what? And that was the joke, but you never acknowledged it.
It would work better if we were in a physical setting, because we're digital, right? If it was physical setting, I'd be able to see you physically going like, what? And I would have laughed at that. But we're not. We're like that one image of Mordecai and the My Little Pony character. That's
kissing? What?
No, I really just thought of the image of like, I'm like glad it came back, but now it's not funny anymore, which kind of sucks. But like the image of like Mordecai from the regular show and like not Rainbow Dash, but like a pony from like My Little Pony, and then like crying, like They're like crying, like back to back, looking up at the stars. They're like talking about like wishes on like airplanes and shit like that.
Night sky, like,
shooting stars. This is merely what I thought of. I was like, I saw it come back and I was like, oh yes, this is a funny image. But then I saw it everywhere and I was like, no, it's not gonna be funny anymore.
It's not funny anymore.
I just realized the mic could definitely pick up me shaking my little shaker thing.
Yeah.
Yes, so keep talking.
I think it's a great addition.
Yes, so keep talking. But so things are wild with, you know, COVID and all that stuff, but I think life's starting to get back on track.
No, it's not.
For me. I'm not talking about everyone else. I'm talking for me.
Well, with my luck, definitely not.
Yeah, you're in a different situation. You're in Brisbane, so. Me live in Sunshine Coast.
Me live in Brisbane. Me hop onto the train and go to city and me see homeless man with a bottle of juice on head trying to balance it for money.
Whoa, that's sick.
I know.
Anything?
No, because he's on the other side of the street.
Didn't do a good enough job.
Yeah, it fell down once.
Fell down once, was gonna steal his money.
No, I'm not gonna do that to the poor man.
Oh my god, imagine that. He's got like a couple dollars in his hat and he drops the juice. You run up, take a handful, it's like, you suck.
No, what I'm aiming for is that juice man.
Juice man. Juice World.
Juice World.
You hear that new Juice World?
As a former night owl employee, I've not seen a single night owl.
Really?
Yeah, I've only seen 7-Eleven.
Oh, that's it. Oh. Thanks, Google.
Google.
Goggle.
I'd like
have you seen
have you seen our special guest, Google?
Goggle.
Gogglebox.
That's it. That's the reveal. We're actually on the Gogglebox.
Oh fuck.
Who the fuck watches Gogglebox?
Well,
It's literally like watching a reaction channel on YouTube, watching something that's cooler, but it's on television with ads.
Yo, someone went on YouTube and was like, yo, we gotta copy this shit.
And it's like less about like, because some reaction channels, they may have like a personality you like, right? I get some of them. Gogglebox, it's just a fucking Aussie family just sit there in front of the television and just be like, oh, whoa, what? No way. Who the fuck would watch that?
Fucking watching Home and Away and shit.
I'm genuinely upset if I hear anyone like talk about how good Gogglebox is. Because I'm like, why watch what they're watching?
Yeah, I'm
or watch
here
something
watching
better.
The Block. I'm watching The Block.
Actually, speaking of watching things, do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Have you seen, it's a bit late, I know. Everyone's well past it, but have you seen Bo Burnham's Inside?
No.
What? Really? It was pretty good.
Although
a lot of the people who, like, ruthlessly hate on, like, alternative people, like, take every chance they get to be like, Bo Burnham fucking sucks. And I'm like, shut up. You don't find it funny, but you don't find it funny, just go away. Like, but yeah, it's good. It's very good. You know Weird Al Yankovic?
Yeah.
They share a lot of music similarities, but Weird Al is all about like, haha, funny, you know, lighthearted humor. Bo Burnham takes the same style, but makes it depressing and sad.
Isn't he the one that made the song "Kill Yourself"?
Who, Weird Al or Bo Burnham?
Bo Burnham.
I feel like he has, yes.
Ah, okay. So I got turned off by Bo Burnham because
really?
of someone I knew. He was an asshole.
Someone's a little too much into him.
Yeah, someone was a little too much into.
Oh yeah, I remember finding out. Like, I found him out in senior year of high school, and I was like, oh, Bo Burnham's fucking sick. I love his comedy style. I love his music performances. Like, I really liked it. I was talking about it all the time. And then I found out this twat I absolutely hated was also a huge fan, and I was like, all right, I'm never talking about him again.
Never talk about Bo Burnham.
Never talk about Bo Burnham again. And but I watched his like specials, and And the last one he did before Inside was like in 2016, and that's where he like quit, in quotations. He quit, doing stand up and doing like comedy, because he was just becoming like he's a smart guy. I really think he is. He was basically making commentary about like how he's become everything he's criticized about, like artists who just do it for the money and they're just like so rich and vain. And while like there's so many people out there struggling, and he's out there like performing and getting so much money and all that stuff. And so eventually he quit because he was like, I'm exactly what I hate. And then right when he was thinking about going back to do like more comedy, lockdowns happened. And that's the whole point of Inside, is like his journey through lockdown. And it's depressing. It's not a fun watch, I'd say. Some songs are fun, but some are just like, yikes.
So he's like the musical equivalent of MGMT.
MGMT, you're going to have to explain that to me.
So they made 3 songs that you've definitely heard in your life. And everyone has definitely heard an MGMT song. And they were like really big. And they're like, we're too big. The whole point of the 3 songs was like them criticizing like big musicians.
I see.
But then they became really popular. So like, okay, we're just dipping out.
They're smart. They got out on top.
Yeah, they made the money, and they still make music, but it's like you'd never hear any of like their new stuff.
I see. But yeah, Bo Burnham, I think, has a similar mindset. But like with the Inside, it's like there's sprinkled comedy songs. Like some of them are just like haha funny, and then some are just like sad. Like it's just like, well, without still having humor in them, it's just way more sad. Like one is about white women Instagram, and he makes like a catchy pop song where he just talks about shit that white women put on their Instagram, and it's ha 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 funny. And then he makes he'll make a little like quip joke about like Jeff Bezos. You're like, yeah, fuck yeah, Jeff Bezos. Am I right?
Fuck and Jeff Bezos.
He'll start talking about like you start talking about interns, and he'll have commentary about like how the hell is this legal? It's labor exploitation. And then he slowly starts to get like
Then he brings out the puppet show.
He's got he's got the puppet one where the puppet's like, yeah.
Wait, you were being real?
Yeah, no, he brings out a sock puppet.
I was doing a joke.
No, he brings out a puppet.
Oh my god.
He has a song where it's like, that's how the world works, and he starts explaining it, and then a sock puppet comes out, and sock puppet's like, yeah, this world was built on blood and massacre. And then when the puppet tries to like speak out, and Bo's like, no, don't you fucking say anything.
Don't you fucking say anything.
But it's pretty funny. But yeah, some songs are definitely a bit more depressing than others. Like I'm trying to think of like one that really like stuck out to me.
Kill Yourself?
No, that's not on Inside.
Because I heard that a lot.
He's got one that's called like Welcome to the Internet, and that one's pretty entertaining because it sounds like a Disney like villain one, like because it has like a piano going boom 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 boom, and he's like just like hype like spitting out all these terms that are from the internet or whatever, like. Would you like to fight for civil rights or tweet a racial slur? It's like, you can do anything. Yeah, be happy, be horny, be bursting with rage. Like,
bursting with rage.
It's pretty good. That was pretty entertaining. What else? I won't go on it too long, because otherwise it would just be like, oh, yeah, this is sick. And you'd be like,
it's
no,
a Bo Burnham episode.
It's a Bo
with an extra bit of horse.
But yeah, I'd recommend you give it a full sit down and watch, because I think it's very impactful. Because the thing that's very visually standing out is that it's all done within his room. He does all the lighting, he does all the recording, he does the music. He has like obviously producers that help him with it, but like the journey is his, and
it's his shit.
The visuals are his. Like all of his visuals are like him playing with lights in very unique ways. Like he has like one one example, he has like, just like a torch attached to his forehead, right? Like one of those like head torches or whatever it's called. And then, he's playing his song, whatever, he's looking down, and then when he gets to like the build up, like the chorus, he looks up and the light shines on a disco ball that's been spinning, and so like now suddenly there's lights all over the room, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll stop talking about it. But yeah, I recommend it. I recommend it.
Bo Burnham going
It's different
onto the watch list.
It's definitely a different experience to, I think, Australians than Americans, because obviously we've had to deal with COVID very differently to Americans. It's been...
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we have our struggles. I'm not taking that away from Australia at all. But there's definitely a difference. It's definitely a difference with America being the epicenter. So...
Yeah, I spent most of the COVID-19 in a different city that just had no trouble at all.
Mm-hmm.
We never wore masks.
When COVID hit first time, it lasted probably a month and a half. The government paid me a shit ton of money. I worked two days in a different city, which was dangerous, and I didn't have to, but I was kind of like tricked into it by my boss. So, but I worked like 2 days basically. Got paid a fuck ton of money. Like I saved up $14,000.
Oh my god.
That's probably a little tight. 12,000.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, fuck ton of money. I've spent most of it since then.
Oh my god.
Like, but like I saved up a huge amount of money, right? From Australia, from like job seeking stuff like that. And I only spent really the most amount of time I spent locked in my house was all of April and most of May. And I just played Persona 5 Royal the entire time. And I had a great time. I had a great time.
Anime.
Mm-hmm. And so I was like, this is literally the best thing ever. I'm like, I get to play
this
game
the best.
fully. I don't have to worry about school. I don't have to worry about work. I can just play video games. And yeah, and then after that, it was just like things kind of went almost like kind of back to like, not back to normal, but better. Like we could just walk around with a mask for a little bit, and then we stopped wearing masks.
Yeah.
But, oh well, get off COVID talk. Probably people don't want to hear about COVID.
No, we've been talking about it for 27 minutes.
Yeah, we've talked about COVID for too long, but...
Go
ahead, the floor is yours, buddy.
So...
Yeah?
Penises, am I right?
You're gonna have to do something better than that.
Vaginas, am I right?
No. No.
I really love IKEA.
Why is that?
I don't know, I got a desk from IKEA. I had to build it myself with my man hands.
Good on you.
Oh my god, the
Man
nails.
hands.
And the screws. And the wood.
Alright, if I want to talk about
Insert flashback sort of noises. This is when
like
the episode gets shit.
This is when you nail your finger and you're like, ah! That's the flashback. Just, ow!
Fuck! I shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have done that.
You know what? I don't regret it now. For
What,
that 1 second, I did regret it. I don't regret it now.
Good on
You
you.
know why? Because
Why?
it's your ears that are listening, buckaroo. I didn't listen to it. I knew it was loud. I didn't hear it, but you did. It's your fault now, buckaroo. We're back. It's season 2, bitch, of this fucking podcast.
Cancelled. The show's cancelled.
Oh, shit. Wait, how much money did we get?
We're in negatives.
Fuck, I knew I shouldn't have bought McDonald's.
Studio budget goes to McDonald's.
Yeah, I had to get the BTS burger.
BTS burger. That wasn't a BTS burger. It was just sauce.
No, it was nuggets.
It was
It
just
was
a sauce
sauce
and nuggets.
and nuggets.
But the sauce was not halal. You know that?
Yeah.
It's not halal. It has red wine.
It's not?
Wait, is halal like you're not supposed to eat certain things, or is it not halal when you're not supposed to eat certain things? I should get that right before I continue saying that.
I don't know.
Halal Definition. Denoting or relating to meat permissible. What makes something halal? Halal animals must be slaughtered by a Muslim who says a blessing and by hand, not by machine. Let's kill the animal. Okay, so certain products are... Okay. I didn't know that's actually how it was. I'm down for that, honestly. Stop the machine slaughter of animals. I'm down for that.
Yeah, let's go vegan.
Honestly, I kind of want to, but I don't think I could hold out though. That's my problem at the moment. I don't think I could hold out with a vegan diet. And I'm not saying that as like, I need to eat meat because I've grown up with meat all my life, and I feel like it would be too sharp of a shift for me to just turn it off. Personally, if I can find the strength to do it sometime, I definitely will. But at the moment, I don't. So,
yeah.
Like, I think maybe once I become my own, like live my own place, have my own, transport, like a car, have my own like job that pays plenty well. I'm
3 wives.
I probably
one husband, because we are progressive on this podcast.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Shit.
We're banned. No, but actually, final talking point I want to talk about. It's once again not as funny, but census, right? Do your family get the census?
Yes.
Do you find it odd that there is no questions relating to LGBTIQ plus in there? Because there is no other survey or anything that goes out to ask these questions. If they can ask about religion, they should definitely be asking about your LGBTIQ plus status. Because then it highlights where certain areas may require more service for said communities. But recently I've had to go through a bombardment of people being like, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, okay, cool. I guess information on me doesn't matter then. And at first I thought, I was like, maybe I am overreacting. Maybe it is all about like transport and infrastructure. And I looked at some of the questions. I'm like, none of that's fucking about infrastructure. What the fuck? Some people like used to put like the Jedi religion as their like main religion in the 2016 census. Yet they cannot ask about LGBTIQ plus. That ain't fucked up. Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah.
Especially because
I want to say that I am a bisexual male that follows the Jedi religion.
Especially because like there were questions proposed for the census, but they got denied. They got cancelled out I don't fucking know the reason. Dumb one,
Fuck
if any.
The government. Fuck
Stinky,
the government.
stinky
Fuck the
doo.
government. Middle finger to
Stinky
the
doo.
government. Except Labour government. Because fuck, oh no.
Got him.
They got me.
Alright. Anything you want to wrap the episode up with? I don't have funny haha to react to. I honestly didn't think that far ahead.
Here.
Food? What do you get? What are you eating?
I got Korean.
BTS nugget meal?
No, actual Korean food.
Aw. What is a BTS nugget meal?
Alright, ended there.